What is up, family? It's been a little minute. It's been a little minute. I totally understand. And as I said before, I will be going live tonight when I get off work at 3 a.m. so I can read our book that we're reading every Sunday morning live. So I will be going live tonight. Still having some technical difficulties, but I found something to get past that for the time being. But anyway, basically this what we're going to talk about is monitoring spirits. You see, I had to do some meditation on this before I decided to put this video out or talk about this because, I have to make sure spirit is well with me. I have to make sure I'm not going nuts. I got to make sure I ain't crazy. So, this video is for those of you who feel like you may have monitoring spirits, and 10 times out of 10, you do. You do. So, this is for the ones who think that they might be going crazy because they feel a certain way, but they really don't want to feel this way. Totally understandable. Totally understandable. But if you are thinking like that, 10 times out of 10, you definitely have monitoring spirits. And first things first, what a monitoring spirit is, it's a spirit that monitors you. You don't even know that they are in the shadows. They put a lot of energy into making sure that you don't know that they are monitoring you. And after they monitor you, they go back to others monitoring spirits and discuss you. You know what I'm saying? See, monitoring spirits, we're going to talk about social media because I see this a lot. I'm starting to see a lot of people complain about, specifically on TikTok. There's a lot of people who complain about not getting the support that they feel they deserve from people closest to them, like their friends, their family, and things like that. And that's totally understand. When you first start doing social media, you're going to feel that way. Totally understandable. But I need you to understand, y'all. Your family and your close friends, they're not your target audience. See, this is what you need to realize. Your family, they grew up with you. So you may be a character, or your social media may be a character that they're just not familiar with, you know? And a lot of times, uh, they just won't support you because they see something in you, but they hate that it's you. They don't like that it's you sometimes. And this is not for all. This is not for all, but I'm here to help y'all get through that little patch. I'm here to help y'all get through this patch because I need y'all to understand something. You cannot focus on that support. You can't focus. I'm telling you, because sometimes you got to understand, some people ain't gonna like what you doing on social media or saying on social media, and it's just not their cup of tea. Totally understandable. You are the type of person that may show your support no matter what it is. You may not even watch the video, but you show your support. You let them. Understood. I have people like that as well. But some people, they will make it their business to not show support. I need y'all to not worry about that. That is going to stress you the fuck out. It's going to discourage you. Worrying about what your family and friends are not, supporting is only going to stress you out. I promise. So, when it comes to the social media, a lot of people, they like to say it's only social media, and it's not only social media, because these social media accounts, they have an actual human being operating it. And depending on how that human being is, or how the type of person they is, they're going to operate that social media how they are. So I just refuse to believe that it's just social media. They some people listen. I had to get rid of a lot of people because there is this dynamic of, like, I knew I wasn't crazy, and y'all about to find out you not crazy either. See, there's this feature on TikTok, right? You know, and I was noticing there was people that I used to be close with. There was people that close to me, not too close, but close to me and everything. I would notice that they would like and whatever. Hold on. Yeah. I noticed that they would like and engage with everything that I reposted. Anything I reposted, they liked and showed some support on. But anything that I posted myself, they never showed support. And I'm here to tell y'all they're doing that on purpose. They're doing that on purpose. They can't stand you and they can't get to you. They can't really get to you. So they try to get to you mentally, physically, and spiritually. Like I always say, we're going through a spiritual warfare. A lot of people don't understand that. And some people can't understand why they don't like you. I'm just the messenger. And I know I'm not the only one that went through this, okay? So they're doing that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? So because I have this person that I used to be close with, and this person, they would do the same. They would like everything that I repost, but they didn't like any of my post. And I knew they were doing this on purpose because if you go on their page is nothing but reposts. So you know how the reposts work. When you repost somebody's stuff, it's going in somebody, like what you reposted, it's going to come to you as a notification that this person liked something that you reposted. They know it's going to show up like that. They want you to see that, hey, I'm liking this, but I ain't liking your stuff. I thought I was tripping, but I'm like, no, I promise you they're doing it on purpose. They're trying to get a reaction out of you. See, some people, they want a problem with you so bad. They want a problem with you so bad. They don't even know why they can't stand you so much. But they are trying to create this issue with you because they can't get to you. So when you are fucking people up intellectually and uh some people, they just want your life. Some people just want your life. They can't stand that you are living the life that they wish they had. This is not for everybody, but a lot of people are jealous of the life you are living, the way that you just have in life your way. And they're miserable. They're miserable. Some of these people got to keep this image up. Their image is way, way more important than their happiness, way more important than their children's happiness. The image. Some people just got to keep the image. And I know a lot of people probably can't stand what the stuff I talk about on social media. These are just my opinions. It's not to piss anybody off. This is just how I feel. And I know for a fact some people can't stand me based off what I say about marriage, religion, and things like that. These are just my opinions. I'm not bashing anybody in the marriage. I don't bash people. I'm just telling what I think about it and why I don't believe in it. And sometimes when you speak your true feelings, it pisses people off. So what they're going to do, they're going to try to create a problem. They're going to try to, when they can't get at you physically or in your face, they're going to do it mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And that's how they do it through social media. They do shit like that. You will see them supporting everybody. And not only that, me personally, there will be people that I know that if I post myself or just even a picture of me, they won't like it. But soon as I post somebody else in my family and I'm posting them, they'll like that. Anything with me in it, they won't like it. And I'm telling you, they're doing it on purpose. They want a reaction out of you. I'm telling you, some people want to put pause on you when they can't fuck with you intellectually, when they can't fuck with you mentally, when they can't fuck with you spiritually. They're going to try to create a scenario to where they can try to get to you physically. You know, they want to win at something. So if they are a fighter, they're going to try to fight. Me, I'm not a fighter. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover girl. I'm never going to give anybody that energy. You can try to conjure it up out of me. I see it. I always seen it. This is the thing what people don't realize about me. I don't even think my family realized this about me. Majority of my life, I played stupid. And I played stupid on purpose. This is how I got to know each individual to the core. I know this is how you get to know people, how they truly are. Because people who believe that you are slow or dumb, they're going to treat you a certain way. They're going to talk a little too much. They're going to tell you things that they probably shouldn't because they think you're too stupid. They think you're dumb. So I've got to the point where I play so stupid majority, and I still do it. And I'm giving away the sauce. This is the crazy part about it is I've always done this. I always knew, like, this book here. This hold on. This book here. Some I didn't need to read this book to know how to navigate. It was already instilled in me. I knew growing up as a little girl, I could read facial expressions. I just always stayed quiet because I nobody would really listen to me. So I know that I listen. Like I said, play stupid and people will reveal themselves to you. So many people think I'm slow. I'm not slow. I play dumb, bruh. I play stupid on purpose. And I hate to give y'all the game, but it is what it is. But like I said, monitoring spirits, they will watch you. I'm telling you, these people will watch you 24/7. They're waiting for you to post. They're looking forward to your posts. I promise you that. They watch you the most. I'm telling you, these people will literally watch all your stories. Like, what's that Cat Williams saying? Do you know I can see you? You watching everything and not supporting. You're watching everything and not supporting. I'm telling you, these people are doing it on purpose. And I'm telling you, when they can't win at everything else, they'll result into the low vibrational thing like fighting. They want to cause a scenario to where y'all may end up throwing blood. Like, people can't stand me so much they want to fight me, and I ain't did shit to them, but I just talk my shit on social media, and it's never about a specific person. I just talk about my feelings, and I know I trigger some people, but it's not my intention. It's you who get triggered. You don't have to pay attention, like I said before. Your attention is so valued that you have to pay it. Pay it wisely. If you paying me with your attention, I appreciate it. But damn, if my shit is triggering to you, stop watching it. Stop watching it. I'm telling you, it is what it is. So like I said, so y'all are not crazy. Like, I'm starting to see a lot of people have these feelings about people close to them, and I'm here to tell y'all they're not. It's not going to change. It's not going to change. But trust me, they are watching you. Just like I know they're watching me now. The people that pretend that they don't, they're watching me right now. I love y'all and I truly appreciate y'all. And sometimes I understand you probably just don't want to be seen, or you don't want me to know because you feel as if I get enough acknowledgement already. They don't need my acknowledgement. A lot of people feel like that. But I know even though like I blocked a lot of people off of my social media because sometimes that triggers me. And if I can control my life to where I don't need to be triggered, I'm going to do that. So I got rid of a lot of people off my social media because I need to be in my real light. I got to be in my real light. But I know for a fact, and that's another thing, your likes and things like that, it really don't matter. It's the views that matter. So even though you block people, they're still going to find a way to watch you. So I only care about the views. So I really, there was times where I'd be like, I don't want to block people because I want their view, but they're still going to view. You are very entertaining. And I'm not just talking about me. I'm talking about those of y'all who feel the same way as me. You're very entertaining. People love to watch you. They just hate that it's you. A lot of people, especially the ones closest to you, they have this image of you made up in their mind, and this is what they assumed you would be. But when you're not what they assumed you would be, they can't stand it. They probably have said so many things to other people. And it's like, I don't know. But I've been a fake person before. I've talked about people behind their backs before. I've done that. So I know when it's happening to me, and things like that. So it is what it is. It is what it is. And I'm here to tell y'all, if you focus on who's not supporting you, you're going to stress yourself out. You're going to crash the fuck out. It's not worth it. I just need you to know that the ones that you want to support you so bad, they are supporting. They're watching you. They're watching you the most. They're watching you the most. They are your biggest fans. They want to hear what you got to say. A lot of them are waiting for you to say something about them. I'm telling you, your energy is very important to them. They need your energy sometimes. And they will try to get your energy through social media by trying to do shit like liking everybody. They want you to see that they're liking everybody's stuff except yours. They want you to see that. They want you to see that because they can't get to you physically. So they're going to try to get to you spiritually because this is a spiritual warfare. They're probably going to say certain things that may trigger you. It's a spiritual warfare. They can't get to you physically. They see you're not reacting and it bothers them. So they're going to get to you like that. So this is the only time I'm going to speak on this because I've already accepted it. I've already accepted it, and I love my alone time and my solitude so much to the point it won't bother me. I've had my back all my life. Nobody's had my back but me. Period, point blank. So I'm good. It is what it is. So like I said, this is the first and last time I'm gonna talk about this. Because after this, I'm letting it go. I accept it. I accept it. So now, like I was saying, I don't know who this message is for, but I know it's for somebody. It's for somebody. You have monitoring spirits. And a lot of these monitoring spirits, they're probably close to you or they've been close to you before. And you probably drifted apart and things like that. But trust me, they are watching you. They're watching you. And sometimes they will make fake pages and comment dirty things, nasty things to make you feel insecure about yourself and things like that. Like who has that type of energy? I remember when I was young, I had a fake page on Facebook, and I used to troll people. It used to be funny to me. And um I remember one time my brother, he tried to bust me out one time, and I'm like, why would you do that? Like, do you know the stuff I said to some people? And my brother tried to bust me out when he did that shit. I'm like, I kind of looked at him crazy. I'm like, this nigga, what the fuck? Why would you you? I don't know. At that moment, I felt like my brother had something against me. So it was crazy. So I understand sometimes you like to troll people, but I was young as fuck. And that's what you do when you're young. But there's no way I will make a fake fucking page just to watch somebody that I do not like. if if you have content that I don't like, I am not going to make a fake page to come bother you. That is so weird. That is weird. So, like I said, this is a spiritual warfare. People need to get at you some way, somehow. They can't get at you physically. They're going to try spiritually through social media. That's why I protect my energy is always protected. I'm alone so much. And when I say, I need y'all to understand, this journey gets lonely. It gets lonely. I promise it gets lonely, but you are not alone. You need to get used to being alone. See, being alone and being lonely are two different things. They're two different things. Being alone, if you look at the word alone, it means all one. All one. All I need is me. All one. I'm all one in spirit. I talk to the spirit guides and things like that. I'm always meditating because when I'm telling you, when you meditate, you set the tone for your energy field. So like there was this one time where I met up with a friend. I was alone a lot. When I met up with this friend, I just start feeling these weird, and I'm like, okay, these feelings that I'm feeling right now, it comes from this person. I ain't been around nobody in a while, maybe a month. And when I get with this friend, I start feeling these weird feelings in my body, and I was so uneasy. And I'm like, it's her. It's her. So after that, I removed myself from that person, and everything got better. There's no weird feelings. So I'm telling you, when you have to surround yourself with so many people, you cannot be alone. You're not going to be able to pinpoint who's causing these spiritual attacks on you. And people don't understand when I say spiritual attack because you're not sensitive to the spirit. You're not sensitive. And I can't really talk about this to people because people look at me like I'm crazy. But I know exactly what I'm talking about. That's why I have to stand alone, because standing with people, they are going to dismiss how you really feel. They're going to look at you crazy like this bitch. So I gotta protect my peace. So I gotta get rid of people. I gotta block people. If I gotta block people out of my life to keep that peace, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Nothing personal, but just know that I just want certain people to know that I see you. It's no beef this way, but I see you. I see you. I mean, it is what it is. I know you're trying to get a reaction out of me. I know that for a fact. Let me look straight in the camera. I know for a fact you're trying to get a reaction out of me. But I'm never going to give you that energy. You're not that important to me to even give you that energy. I'm never going to get out of character over you. Ew. No. No way. It's never going to happen. Never going to happen. You're going to actually have to come to me and hit me if that's what you really want. But honey, like I said, I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover girl. I'm a lover girl. I'm not a fighter. And I know sometimes my mouth may seem like I'm a fighter, but bitch, I'm not a fighter. It is what it is. It is what the fuck it is. Okay? So understand, your monitoring spirits, they're just fans. They're monitoring you just so that they can go back to others and talk about you. And the more people are talking about you, the more you're getting discussed, the more you'll become relevant, and the more different types of people are going to want to know what these people are talking about. There's people who talk about you so much to the point like they'll say your name in hopes that someone else be like, oh, her, I don't like that girl. They're hoping that. They're hoping that. But then I don't have an issue with it. I know this is happening. I do not have an issue with it. But I don't have an issue with it because I know how this all goes. People are going to try to make you look bad to other people, and these people don't really know. They're only going off a word of mouth. So some of these people are going to believe what these people say about you. Some are going to believe what they say about you. And some people have integrity. Some people aren't going to listen. They're going to want to figure out for themselves. And there will come a point in time where they got to cash those checks. You know what I'm saying? So if they're saying certain things about you, and then the people that they tell, every time they see you, they're not seeing what these people are talking about. Eventually, these people are going to be like, maybe this person was just hating on her. Like everything she said about this person, I don't see it. And this is how you get more people to like you. This is how these people expose themselves. This is why I say all you got to do is stay silent. The truth will always reveal itself. You don't have to say anything. A lot of times people want you to say stuff. So like they will start stuff with you spiritually. And to where people can't really see. And some people are very emotional to the point they will act out. They will get out of character. They will lash out. And people will see that and think that you the one that started it, but they don't know that they've been spiritually attacking you the whole time. This is why they do that, because they try to get you out of character. They want you to. I'm telling you, with me, I feel like people be wanting me to make a video about them, and I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You're not getting my energy like that. I control how I feel. I control how I feel, and I'm not perfect. Sometimes that shit bothered me. That's why I had to get rid of people. It does bother me. Sometimes it does make you insecure. It really does. Like sometimes you would think you're over that shit, but sometimes it really, really does bother you. So I'm like, you know what? I gotta protect my peace. I have to protect my peace. So I'm gonna get rid of people. And it is what it is. It's nothing personal. It's nothing personal, but I'm gonna do whatever to protect my peace. I'm gonna do whatever to protect my peace. So, like I said before, you you just can't care. You just can't care. You just can't care. Like I'm telling you, these people are deliberately doing these things. They're doing it to get a reaction out of you, whether you realize it or not. Whether you realize it or not. That's what they want. They want your reaction. And if you give them the reaction that they want, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, when people do these things and it make you feel a way, this is how they are feeling. They're just projecting the way they feel onto you. You ain't do nothing to them, but make them look in the mirror. Sometimes your existence, just you existing, makes these people look into the mirror, and what they see in the mirror, they do not like. So they blame it on you because you make them see that. You're not even doing anything, just standing in one spot. But when people look at you, it's like a mirror. That's why I always say we're all mirrors. We're all mirrors. When I step into the room, I make people look at themselves like, damn, I don't got what she, like I said, this is not everybody that feel that way, but a lot of times this 85% of the world is followers, if I'm not mistaken. I think I'm close, but 85% of the world are followers. So, in knowing that, if you are a leader, understand if you are consistent with what you're doing, or when it comes to like content creation or and things like that, if you are consistent, you will gain the followers. You will gain the followers. You just gotta love what you do. This shit that I do, I like to talk shit on a mic, and I've always knew I like to talk because when I was younger, growing up, um, I used to get in trouble for sitting on a sink in our bathroom talking to myself in the mirror. And this is what I like to do. And I love to do it. I never planned on getting paid for it, but just the fact that I love to do this shit, eventually one day I am going to get paid for it. Because I just do it for fun. I do it because I love it. I don't do it because I'm trying to get a bag from it. I do it because I really like it, and I really believe that I'm helping people. I really, really believe that sometimes when I talk about things, I'm helping somebody else out there. I really believe that. So my intentions is never to offend people. I swear my intentions is never to offend people. I know sometimes I will offend people based off of my opinions, but my opinions will help somebody as well. See, that's why you have to control your part over there. You can't get offended because what offend you may inspire the next. That's not my job to make y'all feel comfortable. It's not my job. That is your job. That's something that you have to work on within. A lot of y'alls are not happy. And a lot of y'all's are in situations that you don't want to be in. And you look at me and mad at me taking it out on me. You have full power to take yourself out that situation. But some people are in too deep. Me, I don't know. I don't know. Some people are in too deep, and I totally understand, but you can get out of it. You can get out of it if you really want to. Some people just need other people. Me, I don't. I don't need another person to, I don't need to be with a person in order to live like, no, I just, I'm glad, sometimes I'm very, very glad I went through the things that I went through to cause me to turn into the woman that I am today. Because honey, ooh, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be who I am today. I am blessed. You know what? I am be moored because blessed is like be less. And I have a sister that was telling me that, and she's absolutely right. She's absolutely right. I love you, Nana. But yes, like I am so thankful for everything that I've ever went through because it turned me into this strong individual, this hard body with this, can't nothing really affect me. Nothing can affect me. The little things sometimes do affect me sometimes, but that's why I had to get rid of some people because I still get insecure. I'm not this fucking confident being that just never get insecure. I get insecure. I get very insecure. I have insecurities. I have blemishes and things like that. Like I remember the first time I ever went live on TikTok. The first time I ever went live, there was this guy on there. His name is Marcus Greer. I think he still follows me, but I fuck with him, but because he's been there from the beginning. But he would always flirt with me in my comments and things like that. And the first time I use filters and things like that. I never used filters, but for some reason my camera would filter out the blemishes on my face and things like that. And the first time I went live, this man said to me, "Are you a filter bug?" And he instantly shattered my ego. I'm like, I was talking my shit, just being positive. I was in the parking lot at Planet Fitness. This was like maybe, I think in 2022 or 2021 or 2022. And I was getting ready to go into the gym and I just wanted to go live. And he said, "You a filter bug." Because I guess you've seen the blemishes on my face. This side of my face, I break out bad. And it's always been like that. And I've been called half cheetah face. I've been called pizza face and things like that. But when he said that, he shattered me. I got off the live. I was embarrassed. And and I never went live after that. I started going live last year on TikTok, and I didn't care about the blemishes at that point. But at that time when he said that to me, he really broke me. He really made me feel away. And so I am actually over that. I'm actually recently got over that. I will never forget that, Marcus Greer. I will never forget that. And I know you remember what I'm talking about. But I want to get back to the half cheetah face. I was told that I had a half cheetah face. I was told I had a pizza face and things like that. And I used to be so embarrassed about the I don't wear makeup. I refuse to wear makeup because it's only going to make it worse. I'm pretty sure. I wear makeup occasionally and things like that. But the thing about, I had to accept my pizza face. I had to accept. So if anybody ever called or try to make fun of my pizza face, I just be like, "This the best pizza face you ever seen in your fucking life? The best people. I wasn't blessed with clear face. So the face that I do have, you ain't seen nothing like this one. This the best one like this, huh? I'm the only one who got this type of face. Nobody can fuck with that. You just got to start embracing your flaws. You embrace your flaws. You even talk about your flaws. Nobody else can. If people know what triggers you, trust me, they're going to use it against you. And that's why people do that to you when it comes to social media. They'll like everybody else things and not yours on purpose because they see you talk about it a lot. So they're going to use it against you, I promise. Just stay silent. Stay silent. You don't have to worry about that. Do what you do and do it because you love it. Don't do it for anybody specific. Don't do it for nobody. Do it because you actually like to do it. And nothing will bother you, But I totally understand when you first get started, you're going to always go through that. But I promise you on everything I love, the people closest to you, they're not your audience. They're not your audience. Okay. So that's um I'm not sure if I have anything else to say. Like I said, a lot of people, you have monitoring spirits. They're monitoring spirits and they love to watch you. You're very entertaining. The only reason they don't want you to know that they're watching you is because they hate that it's you. Some of these people are in secret competition with you. See, I've never been in competition with anybody. I've never been in competition with anybody. I'm only in competition with the person I was a minute ago, yesterday, 2 hours ago, the past me. I'm only in competition with myself. I'm trying to beat the past me. I'm never going to be in competition with anybody else because I don't know what they've been through. Everybody have their own journeys and their own destinations. Why am I competing with you? And I don't know what hell you had to go through to get to where you're at. I don't know what hell you had to go through, you know? And a lot of times, see, I would call myself the black sheep of my family. I believe that I am. I grew up. I truly believe that my mom hated me. She treated me totally different. I love my mom, but this is just my feelings. This is just how I feel. I believe my mom treated me and one of my little sisters close. She couldn't stand both of us. She could not stand us for some reason. And this is how I felt. I don't know how any of my other brothers and sisters feel and things like that, but this is how I felt. I felt like she couldn't stand me. I was the type of kid where when my mom used to get mad growing up, I used to be like, stay on the positive side. I don't know why I did that, but I always did that. I always try to say, think positive, stay positive. And I guess I used to do that so much. One time my mom lashed out at me and said, get your positive ass away from me. She said it in disgust. And I'm like, damn, I ain't never saying that shit no more, like that. I used to try to get on my mom's good side and things like that by putting my brothers and sisters under the bus sometimes because I just wanted to be accepted by my mom. I felt like she hated me. And then I remember this was like maybe a year before she died. I went to talk to my mom, right? My mom used to tell me a lot of stuff. She used to tell me a lot of stuff. Me and my mom really didn't get along. But when we talked, she opened up to me so much. She used to tell me stuff I know I shouldn't know. Stuff that people have said that I shouldn't know these things. I shouldn't know because I know she's probably had conversations with people that should only stayed between them, but she would always open up to me and tell me certain things. But I remember it was about a year before she died. I went to her and I was telling her, she was like, I really want a grandbaby from you. And I'm like, I'm going to give you one. And I really wanted one for my mom. I wanted to have a baby before she died. I really deep down didn't want a kid, but I wanted to give one to my mom because I felt like it will cause her to maybe stop drinking if she got a baby from her eldest daughter and things like that. But I remember one time coming up to her, I was like, Mom, can I ask you a question? And literally, we were at my auntie's house. I have an auntie named Rosa, and we were on the south end of our city or whatever. And I went up to her and I pulled her to the side. I'm like, Mom, can I talk to you? She's like, yeah. Before I could say anything, this woman said to me, it was like spirit talking to me. This woman said to me, I don't hate you. I promise I don't. I love you. I just don't know how to show it sometimes. I didn't even get a fucking word out. How did she know I was coming to her with this stuff? Like, literally, I'm about to tear up. Like, I knew. Like, my mom went through so much shit in her life, and she gave me the okay to tell some of her stories. And I'm not ready to tell some of them yet, but I know I gave my mom a pass. You know, I've said things to her and things, but I gave her a fucking pass because I know what she went through in her childhood. My mom went through a lot. My mom went through a lot. So that's why the way I talk sometimes I'll be surprised at myself. That's how I know that's my mom speaking through me. That's how I know. My mom, I'm going to say this one little detail about her. And my mom, her father used to sell her to her uncles and some of his friends, used to sell her to them. They would fuck her and he would give her to them for beer. He would sell my mom for beer. So my mom grew up getting fucked by grown ass men. My mom was traumatized. So I understand that my mom, most of her life, I realized this more when she died, but she was only looking for love. Everybody is looking for the same thing. Everybody is looking to be and feel loved by others or somebody. That's all she fucking wanted. That's all most of us want. So, yeah. So a lot of times when I speak and I speak about men, it seems like I don't hate men. You know, I do one day if I find a man that's for me, then cool. That's fucking great. That's fucking great. I'm not against being in relationships or fucking, definitely not fucking them, because y'all could definitely get fucked for sure. But it if I don't find it, I'm not going to be lonely. I'm not going to be mad that I don't. It's not my goal in life. A man, to me, it stops my true calling. Because me naturally, when I'm with somebody, I'm more focused on them. What do you want to do? Let me support and help you get your shit off the ground. You know, because in relationships, the dynamic of relationships, somebody gotta be the creator, and then somebody gotta be the support person. Like, y'all both doing it at the same level is kind of impossible. It's kind of impossible. That's why I had to get out of relationships. For one, I do not want children. And another reason is because I need my space and I need to work on my creativity. Creativity is very important to me. My number is 3. The number of creativity, courage. That is the number for me, you know. And that's just how life is. That's just how life goes sometimes. So, like I said, you just continue to do what you do because you love to do it. Don't give it a reason. Don't give it a why you're doing. I mean, give it a why. Give it a why. Because I'm doing it because why? I'm helping somebody out there. I'm helping somebody like I was helped through social media. I was helped through social media a lot. And I know that I can do the same for others. So, yeah. So I just really wanted to get this off of my chest. Like I said, you definitely have monitoring spirits. Um, and be careful. Try not to let that shit get to you. I promise it's definitely going to get to you. It's definitely going to get to you. But you will soon and eventually get over that bullshit. It don't feel good at all. It really don't. It really don't. But I promise you're going to get over it. Just focus on what you like to do. Focus on your craft. Focus on your shit. And I promise I promise. You ain't even gonna get to that. You're not even gonna care. You're gonna get to a point where you don't even want their support. They're gonna support you when you get bigger and things like that. And that support is fake. That is the fakest support. Like then they're gonna try to show up and things like that. And thank you. But I'm telling you, it's a lot of people around you who are purposely and they want you to see that they're not supporting you. They're trying to fuck with you mentally, spiritually. They're trying to make you feel a way. They're trying to make you feel how you're making them feel. But you're just doing you. You're not even doing anything. And because you made them feel that way, they're going to try to conjure that feeling up out of you, honey. You ain't never getting that energy from me. You ain't never getting that energy from me. But some people are just miserable. Some people are miserable. Some people, they will sit in a house and scroll all day. They will watch every second of every video that you post and they will make sure they don't like it. They will make sure they do not like it. You don't need, you got enough. And then that's the thing. I've had shit that went viral, numerous times. I've had numerous posts on my social media that, or I would say TikTok, that has went viral. And not that you're looking specifically for people to like it, but you get notifications. I can have 20 million likes on a post, but I'm going to always notice when somebody close to me like it because I know them. I see it. And when I don't see that, it's deliberate because I know they see it. They don't want to like it because they don't want to show support. They hate that it's you. They see your potential. They hate your potential. They don't like that you got that potential. They don't want it. They know that sometimes they know how important the support from they sometimes they know how important to you their support is and they will deliberately not support you just to get you in this mind state, just to make you feel insecure so you can stop doing what you're doing. I know a lot of the things that I say, and I'm promise I'm never trying to say anything to hurt people's feelings or come at anybody. I know some of the things that I do say, especially when it comes to marriage and things like that, it probably triggers people, and I apologize about that. But I'm only telling my opinions about it and what I've learned about how marriage became a thing. I'm just giving truth. The truth hurts. And I understand that some people don't like me for the simple fact of that. And I'm only saying these things just to help people that's willing to be helped. And I know sometimes some people, y'all have great marriages. I'm not talking about when I talk about marriage and things like that, I'm not talking about like the good marriages. There's great, wonderful marriages out there. I'm talking about the women who are in marriages that they know they don't want to be in, but they're scared to speak up. I'm talking about those women, or those people who know they can do better outside of a relationship, but in that's what they want to do, but they're scared. They're staying for something. Some people got kids, and that's totally understandable. That's totally understandable. Like, I'm never bashing that. And I understand sometimes people, they only stand together just to prove me wrong. Don't do that to yourself. Some people, I keep people together sometimes because people can't stand me so much, can't stand what I say, that they are only in their relationship to prove me wrong. They can't stand me that much. They can't stand me that much. They think that I'm be mad, or no, any relationship that I was in, I got out of it on my own. I got out of it on my own, or it was mutual. Okay? It just didn't work, and I start realizing, hey, if I'm going to actually get into my true calling, I can't have any distractions. I can't be in a relationship. I can't do none of that. I can't do any of that because it's going to stunt my growth when it comes to my craft. I can't do that. I can't do it to myself. So a lot of times you just have to be by yourself because that is what works. That is what works. You know, it is what it is. But you can always have friends and things like that. People that you can call and you got people in certain places that you don't know the answers to something, it's cool to sometimes know people who know certain things that can help you with things and help you elevate your life. We just helping each other. You know what I'm saying? So that's my calling, is to help people. And I feel like I'm haven't fully got into my calling yet, but I'm very close. And this is a huge part of it. I feel like the base or the foundation is already done. Now it's just time to build. And in order for me to build, I had to remove certain things out of my life. I have to remove certain things. That's the only way. Those little insecurities, there's going to be insecurities that pop up and everything like that. But if I can control it, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And so I don't need people who's watching me all the time, or at least the fact that I know that they're there. It bothers me sometimes. I don't need those people. Y'all can make y'all fake pages and watch me. I don't know who y'all is. I don't know which one is which. I don't know. Y'all do that. I'd rather y'all do that and watch me. But I can't have people just, and then sometimes people they'll like a post of yours when you say some shit that they're doing. I had a person like a post of mine. She never liked anything of mine, but I know she was always watching me. I know for a fact she was always watching me. This is 100% fact. This ain't 99% fact. This is 100% fact. She was watching everything of mine. But she never engaged with anything of mine. But then I made this video where I said some things, and you know, sometimes guilt will make a person like, when you say something and the shoe fits them, they will like that post because they want you to think it ain't them. But honey, you don't like nothing of mine. You trying to prove to me that it ain't you, but you just prove to me that it's you because you like this specific post. Now I know you be watching my shit. You might as well just stay silent, baby. You might as well stay silent. Now you just expose yourself. Honey, I'm telling you, sometimes they will like the stuff that they think may be about them. Nothing is never about anybody. I have experiences in life and I like to talk about them because when you talk about them, it helps you out. And when you talk about it, it may help the next out. That's my goal. So I just want anybody out there to know that if you ever try to fuck with me spiritually, I know that. I just play dumb. I see a lot of things being done that I pretend like I don't see. I just move accordingly. I don't never have to confront a person. People know what they be doing. You never have to confront. When you confront, it's only going to piss you off because they're going to deny. Because you really don't have the proof. Why would you? They're going to look at you. Yeah, this bitch crazy. Nah, I don't need that stress. I'm just going to move accordingly. I have full control over my energy, my space, and everything. So I'm going to move accordingly. I got a lot to lose. I'm not about to, I'm not doing none of that. I'm not giving y'all that energy in me. I know y'all want it bad. I know y'all want it bad. But it ain't happening. It's not happening. I know y'all love me. I know a lot of the hate is just misplaced love. Because a lot of people don't have a reason to dislike me or you. But it's just misplaced love. It's a thin line between love and hate. That's what I said about my mom. My mom loved the fuck out of me. She couldn't stand me around other people when I wasn't around, but when I was around, that lady loved the fuck out of me. I brightened her day up when I came around. I brightened that woman day up. You know, I brightened her fucking day. That woman loved the fuck out of me. It was just, when you the black sheep, it's so easy to hate the black sheep because it's like a popular thing. It's so many people. I remember one time I went to Walmart. I seen one of my mom's old friends there. I think she was she was a Jehovah's Witness. I know she was a Jehovah's Witness, and I know um when I seen her, I was excited to see her. I'm like, "Hi, how you been?" I give her a hug. This lady was like, ugh, like she was trying. I saw her trying to avoid me. So that's why I went up to her. I just wanted her to know that I acknowledged her and I wanted, to give her a hug. She might needed a hug. So I made sure I intentionally gave her a hug. It wasn't to be funny, but I know sometimes people, they judge me, they see me on social media and they like, "Oh my God, that's Tina's daughter. I can't believe she's saying these things." Honey, I'm not from this motherfucking planet. I'm not gonna conform just because y'all do what y'all do to be accepted. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And I thank my mom for preparing me for this life. I've went through scenarios in my life to where, honey, I went through so many humiliation rituals growing up to the point that today nothing phases me. Nothing phases me, bitch. I will tell you that I'll tell you anything you need to know. You know? I will make fun of my own goddamn self. So yeah. So I know how I'm perceived. It's important to know that I know how I'm perceived by a lot of people. I understand that. I'm not mad at y'all. Y'all have the right to feel that way. I am okay with being the villain in y'all's story. I'm okay with that. I can't tell anybody how to experience me. Maybe I was the monster in a story. I can't tell this person, no, I wasn't. That was their experience with me. That ain't none of my business. That is none of my business. Shit. That is I can't the shit that I can't control, I'm not going to try to control it. I'm not going to try to control it. But if I can make my life as peaceful as possible, that's exactly what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So, yeah. Like I said, you definitely got monitoring spirits. You have these monitoring spirits are your fans. A lot of these people, they will shit. Hold on. Okay. Um, yeah. A lot of these people, um, they like I said, they hate that it's you. They do not like that it's you. They hate it because they had this plan in their mind for how your life was gonna be. And the fact that it's not that, sometimes I even think that, like, I ain't even gonna lie. Sometimes I felt like people wanted me to stay in a certain relationship because they knew I wouldn't thrive in that. And when I left a specific relationship, they were so shocked. And they would rather me be in there because I wasn't talking like this. I wasn't talking that shit, you know. Like I got so many. I'm gonna read some of these questions one of these days. I got so many people that be in my inbox telling me some shit. I remember I did a video on the Steph and the Aisha Curry situation and things like that. And people are so upset with me when it comes to that. Like people and I say the reason people got so mad at that specific situation is because she got everything. She got the man that every woman probably wants. He's rich and famous. She got the kids by him. And the fact she's still unhappy in that dynamic, the people who don't have money, they don't want to hear or see no shit like that because we ain't rich like them. So it definitely gotta be hectic over here. People don't like to look in the mirror. Looking in the mirror helps you change things about yourself. I didn't like looking in the mirror a lot of times. But sometimes you date people that force you to look in the mirror, and now I just be looking in the mirror all the time. Cause motherfucker make you look in the mirror. Sometimes you start getting around people that kind of, it is what it is. And you start learning. You start learning yourself even more. So I just want people to understand that you gonna get through this. You gonna get through this rough patch. I promise you will. You gonna get through this rough patch. But like I said, you just can't. Your target audience is not your family and friends. I promise you that. But trust and believe they are watching everything you're doing. Like the people, like my monitoring spirits, I know they watching me right now. I know they're watching me right now, and I truly appreciate y'all. I know y'all love everything that I put out. I know y'all can't stand that it's me. I know this. I know this. And I'm not being cocky. I'm not being cocky. I just know it. I meditated on this. I meditated on this, and this is the only reason I'm saying this. I wasn't even going to say this. I was just going to stay silent. But I know that there are a lot of people that need to hear it, and there are a lot of people that will be helped by this message. And I'm not ashamed of this message. I'm not running from any smoke. I'm not. I'm not. But this is just how I feel. And it is what it is. If anybody have a problem with the way I feel, you are more than welcome to create a video of your own and create a platform and talk about it. You're more than happy. If you don't want to have a conversation, then you talk about it. It is what it is. But like I said, and I've also been thinking too, I've been thinking of taking a different approach. I'm not sure. I've been thinking about kind of changing some things up a little bit. I'm still going to help the women. I'm still going to put these dudes in their fucking places and things like that. But I don't know. But yeah. But anyway, before we wrap things up, I just want to make sure I don't have anything else to say. I just want to make sure I don't have anything else to say. And yeah. But I feel like I have more to say, but we're gonna save that for a different day. We're gonna save it for a different day. Um, but anyway, this is what I'm excited to tell y'all that I am actually creating a mini gym in my apartment. I have a couple of equipments I'm gonna show y'all soon as it gets all ready. But I've been killing it. I've been making sure I've been doing my I've been trying to master my body weight. So I've been doing push-ups, I've been doing air squats. I do go to the gym, but at home I make sure I do a certain amount of like body exercise so that I can master my body weight and things like that. So, and what's helping me with my push-ups, I wear a weighted vest and I do push-ups. So now, like, I could literally do push-ups fast now. Literally about 2 months ago, I could barely do five. But once you keep that shit going, you're going to get stronger. You're going to get stronger. So I'm glad the winter is coming. This winter, I'm finna be crazy on my on sculpting my body and things like that. I'm going to be health. It's all going to be about health and getting myself together for next year, because next year is where I'm going to be traveling, and I'm going to be doing some solo trips and things like that. So that's really my plans. I feel really, really relieved. I feel really relieved because I know the people that needs to hear this message, they're going to hear it, and I know it's going to help some. I know it will offend some as well, but that's not my intention. I just need a lot of people to know that I know. I need a lot of people to know that I see them, and I'm not just this naive person that you think I am, that I pretended to be growing up. I seen everything. I seen everything. And I'm telling you, you will get the answers you want from people, out of people, about how they really feel about you. You will get them if you play stupid. If you act like a dumb, unaware, naive bitch, I promise people are going to show their true colors to you. Because a lot of people, they can't stand those type of people. They hate those type of people. Those type of people disgust them because they look at those type of people like they're weak, you know. But when I know somebody is very, or I look at somebody that's naive, I'll be like, nah, they not naive. Even if they are naive and you try to take advantage of that, one day they'll eventually remember that. They'll remember. I remember everything. I even remember I had a friend one time steal $20 from me. And I let these things go. I had a friend steal $20 from me and I'm looking for it. It was just me and her in my house. And I know where I put this $20 at. And she helped me look for the $20. This bitch helped me look for the $20, right? And in my head, I knew this girl didn't take this $20. I love this girl so fucking much. I loved her. I really, really did. This friend had my heart. But this is where I started to look at her a little different. I loved her still, and we was real close and everything, but this is where I started to kind of question her. She helped me look for it. And I'm mad. I'm like, I still didn't think it was her. I'm like, I know it's not her. It's me. I lost it. I misplaced it somewhere. It had to be me because I'm clumsy. I'm clumsy or whatever. I'm always losing shit for myself. And so we leave and get into her car. And I think this was $21. It was $21. 21 or 27. I'm not sure. But this woman had my money in her car. She gave it to me. She was like, I was just playing. And her favorite thing to say was, and if she watches this, she's gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. I ain't even gonna say this. I ain't even gonna say that part. I'm gonna leave it at that. But she gave me my money. And I'm like, huh? You I was just playing. I was just, but when she gave it to me, I'm just thinking while we riding in the car or whatever, I'm just like, she felt bad. She felt really bad that I was really getting mad looking for my money. And she had no choice but to just give it to me. Ain't no telling what else this woman then took from me or anything like that. But I did not appreciate that shit at all. So I started kind of looking at her differently after that. We were still close, but then, I'm like, I kind of overlooked it and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it was playing. She was just playing because I really loved her. I really did. I really did. But anyway, like I said, everything happens for a reason sometimes. And sometimes in order to elevate, you have to cut people off, sometimes because other people's opinions can affect what you want to do sometimes. And you don't need that. You don't need that type of energy. You don't need it. If some people's support means a lot to you and they're not giving you that support, sometimes the best thing you should do is just get rid of them off of your social media. Sometimes you get rid of them off your social media, and it that's the only difference. You will start to feel different. You will start to feel more courage and things like that. You won't feel ashamed because like I said earlier at the beginning of this episode, a lot of people you grew up with, they know you how you grew up. Your siblings don't even know you anymore. No matter how close y'all are with your siblings, they don't really know you. They only knew you as a child growing up. And how they don't know the silent battles you had to fight on your own. They don't know the relationship things that you've went through in relationships and things. They don't know what you had to go through to become who you are today. They don't know you. And it's hard for them to perceive you in any other way than the way they grew up with you. That's the only version of you that they can take. They can't take a different version of you. They want a stupid version of you sometimes. Why? Because y'all came from the same place sometimes. Y'all grew up in the same city. And sometimes when you're moving a certain way, it makes them look in the mirror and it makes them feel like, damn, I'm not doing enough. So they blame that on you because you're doing what you're doing and they hate that it's you. It makes them realize what they're lacking. Like I said, everybody is a mirror, whether you see it or not. And a lot of people just not gonna understand that and understand this. Like when I say people are mirror, you have to understand that on like a metaphysical level. Some people just don't understand what that means, and that's because some people can only see NPCs. They can only see out this eye. They don't see or pay attention to this the mind's eye. I see everything. I see the bigger picture. You see that one little object there. I see the bigger picture. That's the difference between some of us and others. You know, we are sensitive to the spirit, and a lot of people don't believe that. I've been like, when I was young, I used to astral project uncontrollably to the point it used to scare me. To the point I started to control it. And I would tell my mom about this shit, and she would be like, to kind of brush it off. And it's like, man, I really want somebody to understand. So a lot of times, like, I always kept a lot of shit to myself. A lot of shit that happened to me, I used to keep it to myself because I didn't want to be rejected for it. I didn't want to be like, feel like a dumb kid. You know, I grew up feeling like the dummy, you know, and in order to make people feel good about themselves, I stayed that way. I stayed that way. You know, I pretended to be slow my whole life. And I still act slow. And I'm going to continue. I'm just used to it now. But I'm telling y'all, I see everything. I've seen everything. Anything that, I've seen it. I see it all the time. I just don't say anything. I just don't say anything. It's not worth it. Because when you confront people, they're going to lie about it. What do I need to confront you for? And then get my energy all fucked up. I'll be trying to protect my energy at all costs. At all costs. So, like I said, be proud that you got monitoring spirits. Those are your fans. These monitoring spirits that purposely don't engage with you, they're talking about you. They hate, they can't stand, they love you. The hate that they have for you is just misplaced love. And a lot of them, they're just looking for a reason. They're just looking for a reason to hate you. It is what it is. But I just know that they're watching you. That's all you need. You just need their eyes. You don't need their engagement. You're going to get the engagement from the people who genuinely like what you put out there. And a lot of times they genuinely like that. A lot of times I think a lot of people can't stand me because I say some shit that they probably didn't think that I could think of. Like, damn, this bitch really kind of smart. This bitch know what she talking about. This bitch clocking my teeth. And I can't stand that she clocking my teeth. Now I want to prove her wrong. Now I want to be into it with her. Now I'm finna try to conjure some emotions up out of her. Now I'm finna try to provoke her. You know, this is life. And I only know these things because I've been there. I've been a hating ass bitch before. And I ain't gonna say a hating ass bitch to where I try to sabotage somebody. But sometimes it helps when you can acknowledge that you're feeling jealous or envious of somebody. I've told a friend before in the past that I envied them. And I really did. And I didn't think it was an issue. I thought, like, hey, we're friends. I can tell you this. Sometimes, and maybe I shouldn't have said that, you know? But when you can acknowledge that you have envy or jealousy coming up in you, then you can stop that shit. If you moved as a jealous person before, you know who's jealous of you. Jealousy has an energy. Jealousy has a movement. You can tell who's jealous. You can tell that like everything is spiritual. People are throwing energy at you and they even if they don't even realize they are. I catch everything and that's why I have to be alone a lot because I get overstimulated quick. I don't like being around a lot of people. I hate going to crowds. Last year I went to or earlier this year I went to the Kendrick Lamar concert. Hated it because I was around a bunch of people. I wasn't drinking. Maybe if I had a drink, I probably would have had fun. But I noticed in these moments, in that moment when I was at this concert, damn, in order to have fun in this setting, you need to drink. And I'm not really a drinker like that. I drink maybe, sometimes I take myself to a Mexican. I would take myself to one of the Mexican restaurants in my city maybe once every 2 months or maybe once a month to have a margarita. I don't drink like that. But sometimes I do like to take myself out. But I noticed I don't like being around a lot of people. I hate being around a lot of people. It doesn't suits me well. It's my energy field is being tampered with. So I like to have my own space because I can, you know, my energy. I know my energy field. So when something is going wrong in my energy field, I can pinpoint where it came from because I'm alone so much. When you are around a lot of people all the time, you have to be around a lot of people. You won't be able to pinpoint where these spiritual attacks come from. You mad for no reason. You don't know where they come from because you're around so many people. When you exclude yourself, you have an exclusive energy that is a privilege to others. You got to protect that energy. You have to protect it. And when you protect it to the extent that I protect my energy, it's so easy to pinpoint where these spiritual attacks come from. Because not nobody's in your energy. Nobody's in your energy. So, I think I'm done. I hope y'all like my new mask. I did get this off the TikTok shop. And if y'all going into them them Halloween stores where they sell all the costumes and stuff, this is way, way better than those. They have this version of the mask there, but this version is trash. It don't look like this. This was only what, $12 off the TikTok shop. $12 off the TikTok shop. And then the ones you're gonna get there that barely got any detail at the Halloween place or whatever, you're gonna pay $60 to $80 for a fucking Michael Myers mask, right? You know? So I suggest before Halloween gets here, and it's almost here, y'all gonna get y'all this mask. This is Mike. One of my sisters love Michael Myers. She like this is her husband. This is her husband. And what's that rapper that looked like Michael Myers? I forgot his name, but yeah, he definitely looked like Michael Myers from the head. But anyway, like I said, this is the last time I'm gonna say this. You do have monitoring spirits. And don't be mad at them. Don't even be mad at the rumors that you hear about you. You don't have to protect yourself from these rumors. Some people just want to make you look bad, and they will make you look bad to people who don't think for themselves. People who already wanted to dislike you, they're going to listen to these people. But trust me, the more they talk about you, the more people will try to figure you out on their own. And then once they start figuring you out, they start noticing, oh, I actually kind of like this girl. That's why I keep quiet. Even when I hear that people be coming to me telling me certain things. And the people that tell me things, I know they're fake too because they told you and you're telling me, why did they tell you this? So I'm taking in the information and everything, but I don't trust the person that told me either. So I know things are being said. I know things are being said because a lot of times people try to get on my good side. You know, people know. People know sometimes they just can't show you that they fuck with you as much as they do because it's going to make them look fake to the people they talked about you to. It's going to make them look fake. And they can't look fake because they're all in under a performance. Like I said before, it's so easy to hate you because so many people do. It's easy to fall into that, oh, I don't like her either, because people are followers. So when a lot of people don't like you, it's easy to just click up with them and just not like you either. But then behind closed doors, they're telling you how much, oh, I love your post. I love what you're doing online. I love this. You're so smart. I had so many people tell me that in private, and these same people never engage with my content. Never, but they will always come to me and tell me behind closed doors. But they never showed the love and support publicly because they were talking about you. They can't let these people see that they're two-faced. They're showing you that they're two-faced because you're very forgiving. You're not going to bust them out like that. You are a person that will listen to them. You are someone that will, they need your energy, but they also need the validation from everybody else. You know, they go around these people and say, I really like her. They might look at that person crazy if they say they liked you. So sometimes it's safe for them to dislike you or talk about you, because wouldn't nobody fuck with them if they told them how they really fucked with you. And I totally understand how you can be pressured into that dynamic of, being fake like that. I've been there. I totally understand. So that's why I allow it. Do you? One day you might grow out of it. I grew out of it. So I know other people will. I understand what you're going through. You're just scared. You're scared to speak up. You're scared to tell these people the truth. So you just gotta, be fake with them. You know what I'm saying? You value their opinion over your own. I understand. I've been there, done that. That bitch died. I got rid of that hoe. I love that hoe. But that hoe had to go. That hoe had to go. Just for this hoe to be here. I love this hoe. I love all this. This, can't nobody fuck with this. Can't nobody fuck with this. I'm sorry. And when I say can't nobody fuck with this, can't nobody fuck with my emotions unless I allow them to. There's probably only one person that can fuck with my emotions right now. You can't phase me. You can't phase me. None of that. Like, can't nobody. I'm just so peaceful from within. It's life. Like, sometimes I be flattered that a lot of people, despise me. I be flattered because I know it's not really hate. It's not really hate. Some people, they want to portray you as this fake person so bad. So bad to the point they're going to try to create something to try to get physical with you just to prove, hey, I whooped this girl ass. Remember that girl that was talking shit? They want to be the one to humble you. That's why they try to trigger you. They want to be the one to humble you because they think your emotions so out of whack, or you have no control over your emotions to the point that you're going to lash out on them. No, honey, you don't deserve that type of energy from me. Like I said, it's probably only one person that get that energy from me. And that's not going to be a forever thing. Okay? But anyway, I'm going to shut it down so I can go and get ready for work. I'm still going to be reading my books. I've been going through some type of, I don't know. I've been going through something. And it's not a bad thing, but I'm have this little block to where I haven't been posting much on social media. So and I've actually got rid of my my Instagram, my main Instagram, because I'm just removing a lot of things out of my life. I have a jewelry page on Instagram, but my regular Instagram, I did recently get rid of it. I need to figure out how to get rid of my Facebook. I just found out not too long ago. I still have my Facebook. Whole time, I thought I deleted my fucking Facebook. I thought I only had Messenger, but then I just started getting fucking notifications from Facebook. I'm like, what? And I told this woman, I remember this woman telling me something about my post on social media. She was like, I miss seeing your post on Facebook or whatever. I don't see him anymore or whatever she said. And I told her, oh, I deleted my Facebook. I ain't got it no more. She was looking at me crazy. And I didn't think nothing of it or whatever. And that I think about it, now that I think about it, she was looking at me like that because she like, this bitch lying. I just seen your motherfucking Facebook last night or something. Whole time I thought my fucking Facebook was deleted. It was never fucking deleted. And I just found this out a couple days ago. So I'm gonna get rid of my Facebook. I thought it was gone over a year ago, to be honest. And so yeah, so I've actually been kind of getting my I kind of changed my studio around. I'ma show y'all that too a little bit. And so this is my sanctuary. This is where I come meditate. This is, this is where I create. And so I am going to be making a lot of badge holders. I've been making some for my sisters and some of her work friends and things like that. So that put me back into my creative bag and things like that. So I'm just going to be start creating. I'm going to be focused on my jewelry and also my content. I'm still going to be reading. I still haven't found a schedule to where I'm gonna read yet. I just been a little bit lazy, just getting myself and my mind and my spirit, body and spirit right for the time being. But anyway, but things are things are getting to where they need to be. Things are getting to where they need to be mentally, spiritually for me, and it is what it is. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to Free World TV. And as I always say, through every struggle, a statement is made. It's your girl Free, and I'm out.